It's Saturday afternoon. I've just woken up from a nap. The cats are here. It's time to open up some books. It's really remarkable how often I've just woken up from a nap when I go to finish these monthly unboxings. First box is Aardvark. This is the one I was waiting for today. I actually had all of these by Monday, and then this one didn't come until Saturday, so yeah, let's open. So this one I'm very excited about. I actually had this book pre-ordered, but I was like, I bet Aardvark's gonna do an edition of this, and then sure enough, they announced that not only were they doing an edition of this book, oh wait, I'll show you in a second. Not only are doing an issue of the book that I got, but it's signed by the author, so I'm super excited. Okay, so this is the September boxes. If you want to look and see what books they had. Challenge this week is to take one of your Aardvark books on a field trip. I could do that, but again, I don't post on Instagram, so. And then this month's bookmark says, if you see this in public, ask the owner for a book rec. That's cute. I actually think this is my favorite bookmark they've sent yet. Usually they go for neon colors, and neon colors are not my favorite. In fact, I really don't like them most of the time, but I love this brown and this like maroon color, and it looks like sprinkles. It looks like an ice cream cone. I love it. Now for the book, which is So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. This, I think, is very much going to be in the vein of her other book, Such Sharp Teeth, which is a werewolf book, and she uses the werewolf as a metaphor for trauma, and it's also it's a crazy genre bender, and I think this is going to be very similar, except vampires and female friendship and like criticizing our culture's obsession with age and beauty. Signed, nifty. And then the outside of the book looks like this. Ooh, it's red. Rachel Harrison is very quickly becoming one of my favorite, not just horror authors, but authors in general. I actually have this up. The very first book of spooky season is this one, so glad I have it. Book of the month. There you go, cat. Lily was on my lap, and when I threw the box, she got up. She couldn't resist. Book of the month. Why is it so big? Oh, it's because I finished my reading challenge. I read 15 books, and the prize this year, I am of two minds about. I actually think it's really good and really high quality. It's a cap that says reading is sexy, but I think we're being a little heteronormative here. No, that's not the word. There's a word. Asexuals exist. How about book of the month? If you're watching this, can you get me one of these that says reading is asexual? Thank you. Oh, that's cute. Thy crown is here, wear it with pride, so that all who pass may know of thy triumph. That's actually really funny. I enjoy that. And the back. It's got the challenge icons on it. Okay, and then I also got a horror from Book of the Month this month. And this is from an author whose previous book I have on my TBR, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Nice cover. And that's Sleep Tight by J.H. Markert. Not quite sure exactly what this is about. I saw a serial killer and I came running. The sole survivor of a serial killer might hold the key to stopping a new spree of murders in this propulsive horror thriller in the vein of The Black Phone and The Whisper Man. Okay, yeah. Survivor of a serial killer. I'm all over this. I did want to show you, I don't know if you can see the back of this. It looks so cool. That house. Like, it looks even cooler, I think, than the front of the house. Like, with the back like that, all dark. Oh, and it's red and black. I enjoy that. I usually end with broken binding, but I'm actually more excited for these two because I don't know what they look like. Especially this one. So actually, let's swap. I'm actually more excited for these, so I want to save them for last. And we'll open book 2 of the current trilogy. So now, these books, I know I said last time that I was going to be putting them up on Pango for sale, but I'm sad to say for the rest of you, if any of you are wanting this, they have already been claimed by my real life friend Miriam. These books are hers now, and I'm just unboxing them for you. As usual, got that. The bookmark says Jade War. On the back it says, all that mortals could do was accept the lot they were given and yet still fight to better their own fate and that of their loved ones. Oops, Pippin, don't chew this. It's not mine anymore. Okay, opening. See, it still says green bone. This one is actually, I feel like, a lot prettier than the first one. The colors are brighter. I really didn't like the dull color of the first book. So this is Jade War by Fonda Lee. This is book 2 in the Greenbone saga, starting with, if you haven't seen my previous video. Hey, stop! You little menace. Jade City. And then there's the spine and the back, and it says all that mortals could do. Oh, it's the same thing that was on the bookmark. And then here are, I really like the stained glass edges on this one. It's the, I don't know who any of these people are, by the way. I haven't read this series. Underneath it's so pretty. So we've got a cloth-bound book with gold foiling. On the back it says, I join myself to the fellowship of Jade warriors freely and with my whole being. And on the inside, there's some nifty artwork. Back, we've got some looks like in-world art, that none of which means anything to me because I, again, haven't read the book. I don't regret getting rid of this series though. Like, I haven't read it, so I'm fine. I'm Pippin, what the F? He's like inside of this like a little burrito. Do you want me to wrap you up like a kitty burrito? I don't think you'd like it. Illumicrate next. So this is actually July's Illumicrate. I skipped August. So August was, Aardvark had it last month and I skipped that also. This. I would read that, but I was running tight on funds and I was like, I need to skip more. So I skipped it. And I actually have the audiobook on hold from the library. So we'll see if that comes in. I mean, I haven't seen the edition yet, but something tells me I'll be fine without it in my life, so whatever. But I really wanted this one. No skipping for this one. I really hope it's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. So this is a book I've been hearing about since January, and now it is finally out. And I don't have it on my TBR yet, but I think I'm gonna have to read it anyway. Like, just squeeze it in. And that is Phoenix Keeper by S.A. MacLean. I believe this is literally about a magical zookeeper, and it's cozy fantasy. Let's read more though. Oh, it must be a romance too, because the back says, falling in love never burned so bright. I love when they do gold foil. Again though, this would be a case where I feel like Gilded Edges would have been better. That was Fairyloot last time that I said that about, but this one, although I did take note, maybe something's in the air. Fairyloot has released the announcement of their iron editions of The Folk of the Air by Holly Black, and they all have gilded edges, and I was like, yes. Except for I haven't read that series, and I'm not gonna buy it, but just the idea of the gilded edges made me really excited. But yeah, I like those well enough. I think it would have been better with gilded edges though. See what else we've got going on. Oh, that's cute. No undercover art. This is the naked hardback. I'm not a big fan of the printed hardcovers necessarily, but I like the way this looks. And then the back is a poster. It says world famous San Tamculo, I don't know how to say it, zoo, help save the Silimalo Phoenix. And then the inside, it's got some cute character art. I think that's our main character. And then more here. And then let's read the blurb, because I haven't read it. I don't think I ever read it. I think I just heard Magical Zookeeper and that was it. And I clicked want to read. As head Phoenix Keeper at a world-renowned zoo for magical creatures, Ayla's childhood dream of conserving critically endangered firebirds seems closer than ever. There's just one glaring caveat. Her zoo's breeding program hasn't functioned for a decade. When a tragic Phoenix heist sabotages the flagship initiative at a neighboring zoo, Ayla must prove her derelict facilities are fit to take the reins. But saving an entire species from extinction requires more than stellar animal handling skills. Carnivorous water horses, tempestuous thunderhawks, mischievous dragons. Ayla has no problem wrangling beasts. Inspiring zoo patrons? That's another story. Mustering the courage to ask for help from the hotshot griffin keeper at the zoo's most popular exhibit? Virtually impossible. With the world watching and the threat of poachers looming, Ayla's success is no longer merely a matter of keeping her job. She is the keeper of the phoenix, and the future of the species now rests on her shoulders. It says that against an epic fantasy backdrop, teeming with all your favorite mythical beasts from dragons and unicorns to kelpies and krakens, the Phoenix Keeper combines the cozy fantasy stakes of T.J. Klune and Travis Baldree with the heartwarming contemporary romance of Alice Oseman and Casey McQuiston. So, okay, we could like this a lot, hopefully. Hello, interrupting this unboxing because I realized I forgot to mention I unboxed a book earlier, like 2 weeks ago. And here is that. Okay, bye. Hello, it's me. I am too impatient, as you've just been told by future me, to wait to open this. It is one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and I want it right now. And I'm very likely going to be reading it before I even open my next unboxing stuff. So we're just gonna open this right now. So it is a special edition that I ordered from Fairyloot because I own the first 2 books in the series by Fairyloot, and I need to have a matching set. Okay, come on. Oh, it's so little and cute. It's pink. Just a random postcard. And we have Queen Bee by Juno Dawson. I'm so excited, you guys. The first 2 books in this series, the first one I got in one of the very first, the first handful of Fairyloot adult books. Oh, my cover's bent. Sadness. I'll have to gently bend it back. And I liked it a lot. And then I read book 2 last summer, and my liking a lot went to a little bit obsessive. And now I love it. I'm super excited about this. So that series is a contemporary fantasy series about witches and stuff. It takes place in modern Britain, where witches and warlocks do their thing in secret, but they have their own councils and all this other stuff. And there's a whole thing. But anyway, Her Majesty's Royal Coven was founded by Anne Boleyn, who is the subject of this book. So this is technically a novella, I think. What's the page count? Yeah, it's 168 pages, so it's a novella. Technically, it's historical fiction. I'm not quite sure. I want to be surprised, but I think it's about the founding of Her Majesty's Royal Coven and Anne Boleyn. Yeah, so there's the front cover. There's the spine. There's the sprayed edges that say something in French. Le Temps viendra. Don't know what that means. Ja Anne Boleyn. Don't know. Well, I know what Anne Boleyn means. Is it I'm Anne Boleyn? I don't know. I'll figure it out later. And then the inside has starry landscape and is signed by the author. And then same thing on this side. And then I don't know why I just didn't take the jacket off. This is the underneath. It's a sweet, whatever you call this. I was trying to think of the word of Anne Boleyn. And the back is the same thing. Yeah, and it's cloth bound. I'm into it. I am into it. And because it's so short, I am very likely going to be reading it very soon. And I'm also somewhat upset that we got this novella instead of book 3. But I'm also not upset about it because I don't want book 3 to come and have the series be over. Conflicted reader thoughts. Anyway, back to future me. All right, and now the one I've been waiting for. So unfortunately I did get spoiled for the cover, but nothing else about it has been spoiled. And I'm really hoping there's underdust jacket art, and I'll tell you why in a second. So here is the card. If you want to see what the book is, 10 seconds before I show you. Oh, they didn't give a baggie like they normally do. It's just wrapped in bubble wrap. I mean, I love bubble wrap, but sadness. Okay, so the book is Long Live Evil by Rees Brennan, a book which I have already read and given 5 stars to. Loved it. The back says a story for anyone who's ever fallen for the villain. I've never fallen for the villain, just FYI, but I enjoyed this book a lot. Oh, it's also got stained glass sprayed edges. Interesting. I wonder if they saw the edition of Jade War and was like, hey. When I say I was hoping for a different cover, I don't like this. I don't like this image. There's something about it that turns me off. Also, I love red, but I actually think I like the purple better. So I'm really hoping there's underdust jacket cover art where I can flip it around. There is! Yes! Okay, we'll look at that in a second. Ooh, and it's cloth bound. Ooh, I love it! I love it so much! I might just have the naked hardback showing. So for those of you who don't know, this is a meta book about a woman who in our world is dying of cancer and is given the chance by a magical woman to go into the world of her favorite book series and earn a chance to live, and by collecting this flower or something. But when she's dropped into the world, she's in the place of the villainess, who is about to die. She's in the first book, and that character dies by the end of that book. So she has to scheme and get to know other characters and change the plot. And they've made it look like it's the book within the book. I love it. Here's the back. I already showed you the edges. There's our characters. This makes me laugh because look at how big her boobs are. So in the book, like, when she's constantly like annoyed at how big her boobs are, this character that she's been dropped into the body of, she's like, these boobs are too big, which I thought was funny every time it happened. And then the other two characters are these two were actually two of my favorite characters. I don't remember their names right now. I need to reread this. Let's look at the other side. Oh, I love it. There's so much character art. I love it. That must be Princess? No, the Queen in Waiting. This is the evil emperor, or the emperor of everything. This is somebody I can't tell you about because spoilers. I think I know who that is. I don't know. I need to reread. This is awesome. I love this. I'm not a huge fan of this, but this is awesome. So let's see what the under dust jacket art looks like. Oh yeah, I like that. I still might display it with the other thing out, but I think for now I'm also... So it's illustrated, and it's got our main character. The character in the book's name is Rahela, but our character's name is Ray. I like that. I like it. It's good. Very good. I can't wait to reread this. I'm rereading this by the end of the year. So tentatively my plans are I want to reread some of my favorites in December. This is something that Gabby over at Gabby Reads does, and I tried to do it last year, but I had also gotten myself into a fix with a full TBR. So this year I think I might just not have a TBR and do mood reading in December and reread some of my favorites. Like last year I only reread two. I reread Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and I reread Amina Al-Sarafi. So I think I can fit more in than that. Okay, so that's the last one. Reading is sexy. Reading is asexual. Okay, so here are the books. Those are the sprayed edges. All right, now that I'm once again made sweaty by almost no physical effort whatsoever, I invite you to go about your day. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, anyway, thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe if you wanna. Let me know if any of these are on your TBR, if you've read them and enjoyed them. And if you don't have anything else to say, please leave me a vampire for So Thirsty. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay, love you, bye.